Hello, my fellow co-creator. Here we are. We've actually co-created right now to be in this space. I think that's so magical. There's been this energetic alignment, and deeper than that, there's been this agreement prior to this embodiment that we are somehow going to intertwine to this perfect position in time and hold this space for me to talk to you, for you to listen to me, for you to talk to me as well. This is a two-way thing. This is a two-way energy exchange going on right now. So thank you from my side for receiving this. Woo! Yeah, let's talk about creating. Let's talk about this awakening that we're doing at the minute, that we're going through, this massive turning point in humanity, which happened at the turn of the century. There was a massive energetic shift that actually happened just prior in the late 80s, where consciousness made a massive shift. Discovered by David Hawkins. Recommend his work always. If you want to start anywhere, Power versus Force is a great place to start. But he discovered there was a shift within consciousness, within the collective consciousness, that we went from prevailing falsehood to prevailing truth. It was only by like a few degrees. Like, you can imagine how a good analogy is when you're traveling in a ship to an island. Even if your compassing is 1 degree out, you will end up at a totally different location. That's exactly what it's like for consciousness. So now, even if we've made 1 or 2 degrees over this, say, imaginary line, this consciousness line, this differential point that we have stepped over, that 1 or 2 degrees is now guiding and sending us, and we're being pulled into a totally different location that is very, very different to what we've experienced previously through humankind, through humanity, through our evolution. If we look at the grander context of the whole humanity and the collective journey that we've gone through, there has been lots and lots of discord. There's been lots of killings, there's been lots of rampaging, there's been lots of wars up to that point. But because of this few degrees that we've now tipped over to this more of a, there's less falsehood, we're going more into the element of truth and love and spiritual paradigm qualities. There is this unearthing and shifting that we are going through right now. And I feel this 100 years from, let's say we could utilize the date from the late 80s, the 100 years from there is going to be absolutely transformational for humanity in a really, really positive way. And when I say positive way, we're not going straight into peace, love and joy and bliss. There's going to be an unearthing, and potentially there's going to feel like more discord than ever before. Potentially. Reality is fluid and ever changing, but there's lots and lots of spiritual teachings that guide us to this prophecy of there's going to be certain amounts of discord going into this next chapter. We're experiencing that now. We can really feel into this shift right now. We can feel it within our own lives. Even as individuals, we can observe our own life and think, damn, man, we're going like being put through the ringer here, like with trauma, with, oh my God, just everything being unearthed within myself, but then it's reflected from this greater journey of this human development. And we could look at the earth in general. Like, Dolores Cannon was a really fabulous teacher when it came to the evolution of the earth and the collective as well. When it comes to this, the earth is shedding a layer and going through a transformational shift through this time. It's all meeting us in this here and now, this massive intergalactic microcosm, macrocosm totality of shifting going on within us now. And I'm not trying to hype this up or ramp this up to kind of overwhelm you in any way. No, no, no. It can be overwhelming very easily, but I want you to feel into the beautiful gravitas of this, the beautiful shift that we are making as humans, as humanity, and as a species. We are evolving magically in this very moment. We are stepping into the knowledge that we are creating and co-creating what we experience in this now moment. We're coming more and more into that realization that we're creating everything that's going on right now. That can be painful, that can be gnarly, that can be discomfortable. Discomfortable. It's okay, man. I'm just gonna make up words as I go along. That's totally cool. Shakespeare did it. I'm gonna do it as well. Discomfortable. Yeah. Yeah. Oh my days. Yeah. It's just like everything's meeting us here and now. But the progressive realization of working towards this ideal, that individual and collective ideal of bringing peace and love, more predominantly us tuning into that vibration collectively, is what's happening right now. Yeah. Yes, sir and ma'am. Yes, indeed. So this creator that's going on at the minute, this realization that we are a creator, this realization of the power of our beliefs, the power of our thoughts, how they are influencing and molding and shaping the world that we are in right now. We become what we think about. All the spiritual teachings, all the philosophies, all of those guys that are doing their thing, all can agree on one thing, and that is we become what we think about. We become what we believe and think about. Belief and thought are so intertwined together. They are together. They are one. Thoughts and belief. We become what we think and believe about. And what we think and believe about is shifting and changing dramatically. And we're becoming more conscious about what we are thinking and believing. And that's the awakening journey in my eyes, and what I feel that the intention of this is all about, that we're becoming more conscious of that journey, that human nuance and quality of we become what we think and believe about. We're becoming more conscious about the pain and suffering that we are unconsciously choosing for ourselves as we move along. But then we have that realization, and then, oh damn, if I'm creating and co-creating this, it means we can actually choose other things. It all comes down to the shifting and making a different choice within this now moment. We're going from unconscious choices, which bring us lots of pain, into conscious choices, which bring us more harmony, love, and joy. That's it. That could be it in a nutshell. I could just press the stop button now, and that be it. But I just want to keep going just a little bit longer. I always want to re-emphasize, no matter what we're going through now, there is this beauty and perfection behind it. Not only did it say it in spiritual teachings, but within science as well. David Bohm springs to my mind when it comes to the perfection of reality. He did a book and broke down the science and physics of the perfection of this, the perfection of reality. It's called wholeness and the implicate order. Within that, looking beyond the science and the numbers, there is this breakdown of there is an implicit whole perfect order to what is happening here. And if there's a perfect order, that means that nothing is an accident and everything is beautifully intentional with where it is right now. And we could explore that, feel into that. And just going from science, we have that. We could speak about Buddhism, we could talk about Taoism, we could talk about Hinduism, we could talk about hunter-gatherers, we could talk about the ancient Egypt, we can talk about Native Americans. They all talk about this perfection that's unfolding here right now. There's a perfection within your journey. There's such a beautiful perfection. And the next step for you, my friend, is to just keep moving in that progressive realization of what you are creating right now. And every step of the way, honoring the perfection of how your life is, no matter what may be being reflected back at you. What we see out there is always a reflection of what's going on within us. And that's what we need to deploy: self-love, forgiveness, acceptance, and allowing. Let's talk about allowing. Allowing really does open up the doors for breaking the cord and breaking the circuit on resistance. Soon as we start to allow and accept, we open up the doors for a smoother journey. We've become less contracted and more expansive. We've become more expansive and open to, wow, okay, this is happening now. It opens up a different energetic field to what you start pulling in and attracting in. That deep space of allowing, that like feminine part of ourselves, that feminine energy of allowing. David Hawkins spoke about really cool qualities of the yin and the yang and the feminine and masculine, and our intention to want to move forward can be very yang, but the process of creator and creation is very the feminine allowing. We're allowing. We plug into the energy field of allowing. We don't try, because as soon as we use the word try, we're coming from that like ego, force-based energy field. But we want to plug into that state of allowing. We want to like, oh yeah, that state of allowing encourages a state of flow. Then once you do that, you'll start to see everything that you were trying to kind of shift and move around or trying to do will just naturally resolve itself. There'll be miraculous things happening within your field when you just adopt this state of allowing. So my co-creator, thank you for receiving this. Thank you for co-creating and being with me right now. We're so deeply energized and we're in this energetic soul being at our depth. And there was this agreement for us to be here right now. And I want to honor that. There was this agreement that we're going to learn and grow together through a beautiful journey of giving and receiving. Giving and receiving, allowing, being. Yes. Thank you, my co-creator, for being here, receiving this again. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm going to leave you now, wishing you a wonderful day, my friends. And you know what? I can't wait to see you in the next video.